My name is Kat Kibben, and today we're going to talk about why you have to put salary on your job posting and a little bit of how too. So let's talk money. All right. I think it's one of those things that there's a bit of a hush hush culture around, like, oh, money should be discussed privately and between two. No, no, all right. Yeah, maybe the minor details of like where you live and the other influencing factors of your salary should be discussed one on one with an HR generalist. But broadly, if you're going to put a job into this world, you need to tell people how much money they're going to make. And there are two very clear reasons why. The first is that it's against the law in 13 states not to disclose salary at this point. And my guess would be that we're trending toward a lot more states in all 50 at some point. So you might as well make a practice of it now before you're in that weird window of liability. Like, you got to figure this out. And here's the other one that's, I mean, in theory, it's obvious, but it kind of shocks people when I say it. I want you to comment on this post if you have ever taken a job without knowing how much money you would make. There will be no comments on this post because no one takes a job without knowing how much money they're going to make. It is a 100% deal breaker. If you've ever not hired someone because they didn't have a car, because they didn't want to work the schedule, and all those other deal breakers, money is 100% on the table. All right. And so, if we take that one step further, what does that range look like? What's too big? What's too small? And there's not a one size fits all answer. I'm so sorry. But if the top number is double the bottom number, you've probably gone well outside of a reasonable range. A salary range should never start at zero. No one is going to take this job making zero. Give a real number at the bottom. And I think the last thing you can do to really elevate how you talk about salary is to disclose how that number is calculated. So talk about the aptitude that person has. Talk about what they've done in the past that would qualify them for a higher salary. Talk about the examples of the projects they've worked on that might put them in the higher range. But you should also include some of the more calculated numbers like location cost and others if you're looking at remote roles. So I think if you can cover those three things and obviously non-negotiably put the salary on the job posting, not only will you see a higher conversion, but I think a higher quality of candidate in that these people are already bought into the salary range and there's a lot less negotiation when there are a lot fewer surprises. So make sure and include that salary and hit that subscribe button to catch our next video soon. See you then.